Little Pony, the sweet show about 6 ponies who were best friends. The story behind it is tragic. There were once 6 girls who were best friends. They all went to the same school and died on the same day, November 7, 2004. They had very horrible deaths. If you don't know this yet, subscribe to Blood Moon channel and let's start the video.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Welcome to my dark side.
Janice Walters, the inspiration of rarity. Janice loved fashion very much. The main thing that inspired her to become a designer in the first place was because her parents were losing money fast because of the debt they owe. Her mother honestly married Janice's father just because of money. He was rich. They only were seen together for only appearances. Janice wanted to go live in Paris for her fashion designing, but her parents wanted her to stay in Carolina to marry the perfect man. But she never got her dreams, nor married. She died in a car accident while her parents were arguing about money. Janice's neck snapped on impact, and she died instantly. Samantha Gales, the inspiration of Fluttershy. Samantha was a very shy girl who was always picked on for her low self-esteem. What other students didn't know was that she was abused by her mother and stepfather. Her mother conceived her at age 15 and blamed her for ruining her life. Samantha was very self-conscious. While her mother was away, her stepfather would lock her in the basement because he hated taking care of her. She would be locked up for sometimes a whole day. Samantha's abuse and neglect got even worse after her half-sister was born. She was forced to sleep outside, she was starved, and just all out beaten. Samantha soon committed suicide by overdosing on Valium. Valium is a medication you can take to help with anxiety, seizures, muscle spasms, and other conditions. Katherine Jackson, the inspiration of Pinkie Pie. Katherine's story is the saddest one ever. Her father killed her mother and himself, due to a fit of rage he was in when Katherine was only 5 years old. She was in a foster home, going from household to household. The families were interested in the financial support that adopting a child would bring. So, they refused to feed and clean her. Even in a good family, she would completely go insane. She had nightmares of her mother bleeding and screaming and her father screaming, saying that he was going after her next. At the age of 15, she snapped. Katherine had hallucinations and she acted out in class. The students and teachers thought she was hyperactive and that she was trying to be funny. But, she had schizophrenia, a disorder that cannot allow you to tell which is real or not, confused or unclear thinking, false beliefs, and reduced social engagement and emotional expressions. Katherine died after jumping off of a roof. A voice in her head told her that she could fly. Pinkie Pie was originally going to be a Pegasus, as seen as Lauren Faust's early development sketches. So wait a moment, there are very few people who subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done it yet, do it now. Cynthia Little, the inspiration of Twilight Sparkle. Cynthia was an A student, the perfect daughter to her parents. Her older brother was always getting rewards for being very athletic and in academic achievement. Cynthia was at the same high standards as him. Her parents bragged to their friends about having 2 perfect children. Cynthia neglected everything so she can make sure she had good grades. I doubt she'd get under 100%. She must at least have, 1000%. A local private academy got interested in her, and she took it as an opportunity to show that she's the perfect child. But, she knew that she'd have to turn in an essay to get in. Cynthia became desperate, and studied so much that she never slept and barely ate. The test was closing in, and she got very nervous that she wouldn't finish in time. Cynthia looked up an essay online to copy. Once her parents found out she was cheating, they were horrified. Cynthia sank into depression and hung herself soon after to save herself from all the shame into not being the perfect daughter. Alexandra Matthews, the inspiration of Rainbow Dash. Alexandra was very athletic. She was treated like her father's son. Since he wanted a boy and her mother was incapable into having another child, she loved to play sports. Alexandra always wanted to compete in the Olympics. Her mother soon had a son when Alexandra turned 15, which was surprising because she couldn't have another child. Her parents didn't pay much attention to her after that. So, she neglected her grades, friends, and even her health. She pushed herself so hard in track that she took steroids, a medication used to build up muscle. Alexandra, and her parents, didn't know that she had a heart condition that became worsened because of the steroids she took. During a match in track, She collapsed because of a heart complication. A few days later, she died in the hospital. Jamie Sanders, the inspiration of Applejack. Jamie was a farm girl, just like Applejack. But, her farm was run down and her family was struggling with money. She was the second oldest, the oldest being her brother. Jamie had other younger brothers and sisters, so it was her duty to help take care of them. She even took up some odd jobs to help with money. She didn't do her homework most nights and neglected everything else. Her only focus was on taking care of her family. Her father died from a heart attack in 2001 and her mother soon after died after committing suicide due to the pressure it took to take care of the children. Jamie's grandmother came over to watch them, but she wasn't able to truly take care of them. Jamie died after tripping into a wood chipper. So if you like my video presentation, please subscribe to Blood Moon channel. If not, I will give you my dark side.